Good morning, beautiful souls. Happy Friday. Ta, ta, ta. That's my theme song that I just made right now. Whoops. You know, I always spill on myself and I say, it's not a day unless I spill on myself, so it's officially a day. Okay, so today's a fun day. I'm just getting ready to explore Disneyland because we got expensive passes and we gotta make it worth it. Okay. But I figured I'd have a little chitty chatty moment since I said I would like to do this more often because I miss just talking without a microphone and lighting and planning. So here I am. Chit-chatting away, hey. Hoping storage is not going to be an issue on my phone. What colors should I do today? I don't know. Oh, I don't even know what I'm going to wear to Disneyland. That's going to affect the colors that I choose. Okay, I figured it out. Anyway, so I just was reflecting about life, this thing called life. And I was like, just thinking about how far I've come. And like, I was someone back in the day who used to literally be like so shy. I really was so shy. It was hard for me to make friends. I would skip school a lot and just fake that I was sick. So when I say skip school, I mean like hide in a bed. Okay. But this was like when I was younger. When I got older, it got better because I started the dance team and that like forced me to get my shit together. But, before that, before I had a sense of belonging, I hated school so much, like bawled my eyes out every single day, hoping that would just, you know, if I cried enough, maybe someone will just, you know, say, hey kid, you're actually a wizard and you're going to Hogwarts. And, you know, your letter came. No, really, I really did want that to happen at one point, but never happened. Never happened. But I was so fucking shy. Like, I can't explain how shy I was. Like, to the point where, like, I could not raise my hand. I didn't know what was ever going on, like, because I lived in my head so much. So I was just like, you know, the teacher would be like, okay, and go. And I'm like, what? What did she just say to do? And, like, this happened every day, all day. And I didn't know it was probably because I had undiagnosed ADHD, like the whole world does apparently. So I just went through life like really, like school was just really challenging for me. Making friends was challenging. Point being that now I teach, and that's fucking crazy to me because I couldn't even stand in front of a class and do a math problem. Oh my God, especially a math problem. Like, don't get me started with math. I've been tutored in that like my entire life. And it's just like still not clicking. But yeah, so I just like always struggled. And I'm just like, I just can't believe that I'm like in this place in my life where I can like teach, where I have like the confidence to teach. And the confidence to even just like trust my capabilities. Like that's also crazy. Yeah, just growing up with so much self-doubt is tough. And like I also want to say in dance, like when I found dance as a kid, thank God. But even when I found dance, I never felt like I belonged really. Like at the studios I went to, there was like a period in time where I went to a studio and I had some friends there. But then it was like, I don't know. Then I went to another studio and that was weird. Just not the vibe. And then I went to another studio and I was like, oh, I like it here. And like I had some friends there too. But I never really felt like, again, that I fit in. And it felt like I was always just like the odd one out, or like, you know, like at sleepovers, I would be the friend that like would go to the bathroom and come out and everyone would be hiding somewhere. Like, that's so shitty. But that would happen all the time. And I don't know if it was because I was just like fucking weird, or I don't know. If I was probably just the easiest one to pick on, I feel like, maybe. Because I was not one to be like clapping back. I'd just be like, oh, okay. Anyway, so point is, you just never know where life can take you if you just like I knew I wanted to dance. That's all I knew. I didn't know how, I didn't know who with. I explored different areas in dance, but my point is, like, if you feel like you don't belong right now in a space, either try to find a different perspective on the situation that will help you connect maybe a little more to the people and the environment, or find a new environment. Because for me, I needed to do a lot of research on, you know, where I wanted to be. And I finally found a space where I feel like I can be myself, I can grow, I can learn, and I can also make friends and have a good connection at the places that I spend time at now. And it's like crazy because I just needed to have a little shift. Like, it felt like I was afraid to show parts of myself because I didn't want to be judged or something. And when you're living in a space of hiding certain parts of yourself, even subconsciously, like I did not realize I was doing this, but when you're hiding parts of yourself, you're judging yourself because you're thinking, oh, if I show this part of myself, they might not like that part. But who cares? Like, if they don't like that part, they ain't you. They ain't for you. So, but I'm saying this after years and years and years and years of, you know, living these experiences of not fitting in, and at least having that feeling of that. But if I look back and like ask people, I'm sure they would be like, girl, you were fine. Like, you're not that weird or whatever. So it could all just be like me thinking that that's what it was when it wasn't that. Which is also crazy about this world. It's like this life. It's like our perspectives are all so different about every situation. I mean, we could agree on something, but like, we're all gonna slightly project ourselves or our past experiences onto a situation. Just naturally, that's like what humans do. We're trying to protect ourselves, number one. So we're like, oh, that sounds like something I went through. So I'm gonna move in this way because this last time I went through that, this is where it led me, or whatever. But the point is to acknowledge that your perspective might not be everyone else's truth. So sometimes it's nice to let that go. Like, if I am over here thinking, oh, I don't fit in or whatever, and if I actually think about it and think about me asking those people, they'd probably be like, girl, no, you're fine. So it's like, it's so weird because we like live in our heads. We live in our heads. I don't know where I'm going with this exactly, but I'm going somewhere. And the point that I think is important that I'm learning is to just acknowledge everything, to just see everything. Not that you have to agree with everything, but it helps to just see. Like, for me, it helps to just think about me possibly being wrong. Like, that helps me feel better, because if I was correct about a lot of things, I would not be that happy of a camper. Sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, thank God I was not right about that situation, because that's a mess. But also, I want to say, when it comes to like opening up and like feeling like you have to maybe hide certain parts of yourself to fit in or whatever, or you're afraid that you're gonna get judged for this thing that you want to say. First off, it's important to make sure that those people are there for you and they're not just, sorry, this is blush. They're not just, gonna project their stuff onto you only. Like, they're gonna separate, hopefully, their stories and everything, and then hopefully just be there for you and your situation, because everyone's situation is different. Also, giving grace, like having friends that let you say a little crazy, not crazy, but having friends that let you vent and make mistakes while venting, and then like asking questions about it. Like if they're confused about something, or they think like something's really crazy or sounded really crazy, then to be like, girl, this is what you said. Is this what you meant? Because this is what you said. And then, giving that grace, because sometimes when we're like venting to our friends, especially when drinks have been had, like that can turn into a lot. Like we can just go off and project, and before you know it, you're making all these life changes and you're like, whoa. Wait, I actually am fine. I just need to get some stuff out, or I need to get clarity on something. Having those kinds of people is important, and not just like venting to anyone. Not everyone's gonna be good people to vent to is the biggest lesson there, And it's also important to not just put your stuff on everyone, It's important to, which I've learned the hard way, learn first about your situation a little more clearly before going and spewing it out at some random event, okay? We don't need to do that. But yeah, because I feel like talking things out is so important. And I also learned that hypnosis, I know this is gonna sound friggin' crazy, but hypnosis apparently can happen in really easy ways. Like if anyone is slightly emotional, that just makes it very easy for someone to hypnotize. I know this sounds crazy maybe, but I don't mean like hypnotize like whoa. I don't even know if that's accurate to what people might think I mean. But I mean like hypnotize like, whoa, this is a long video. I mean hypnotize like it's just easier for someone to be influenced in certain moments. So like when you're feeling a little emotional or vulnerable, and it's like, especially like in a group type situation, and then everyone starts giving you advice, but maybe like projecting also, because when someone vents, then someone else vents about their thing. Sometimes it's just focused on one person, but most of the time, especially with gals or gays, gals and the gays, no, I'm kidding, I don't know, humans, okay? When one person vents, then another person vents about their experience with something similar, and so they're kind of projecting their thing, and the other person is kind of projecting their thing, and then it just becomes like a blended situation, and you're like, wait, these emotions are so high, but it's like, if it doesn't feel congruent to you the next day especially, then it's really important to be like, okay, I love that person, but maybe they were projecting a little bit, and maybe, there were too many drinks had, or whatever it is. Or maybe it's like, there was too much, or maybe it's like, oh, I was so tired that day. I don't know. Point is, it's like so important to just think about what we're about to say to a group of people. And also remember that projection is something we all do naturally. And so keep that in mind when people give you advice on anything, including myself in this moment. I'm not even trying to give advice. I'm just speaking. No, I am just speaking. Because you know what? I got nothing to prove and nothing to lose. Kidding. I have so much to lose, but that's a blessing. At least I think, right? I don't know. Am I done with my makeup? Almost basically. Almost basically. This is a long video. I was just like, I'm gonna come on here and chit chat, chit chat, chit chat, chit chat, chit chat, chit chat, chit chat. It was like probably like a 6-minute video, but this is a rant. Sorry if this is an no, not sorry. You could have skipped over if it was boring, or if you wanted to just make fun of me right now. You can continue to watch. You know, that's the thing too about putting yourself out there. It's like, I know I'm just doing this for fun at this point, and I know I just like really enjoy like conversations with you guys about this kind of stuff. So I'm like, judge away if you need, but I have my intention, and that is to chat and get some words out. That's what I like to say. Get those words out. Get them out. That's what my therapist says. Get those words out, whether it's on paper or out loud. All of a sudden, she's a country girl. Kidding, I wouldn't. Nothing against country. I do enjoy some soulful country. Well, I never thought I would say that, let me be clear. I know that's like so typical. Of course she's a girl that likes everything but country. Yeah. But no, I find beauty in a lot of country music now. I mean, I found it before, but it had to be the right vibe. I mean, it always has to be the right vibe. But like, yeah, you're not gonna catch me, I'm sorry, throwing a country song on in my Fiat. You'll catch me throwing some Eminem. Lose yourself in the moment. No, I know the words. His palms are sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking now. Everybody's choking now. Okay. That's a long one. Gosh. And I still have to do my hair. Okay, I'll let you guys go though. Have a great day. I hope you maybe just watched and learned something. Or you maybe just like played this and set it down and forgot it was playing. Either way. Thanks.